She left her laptop open to a dating app where she was messaging, "Can't wait to be single again after this wedding payday." I took a screenshot, printed it, and left it on her pillow with the ring. When she called crying, I said, "Congratulations, you got you wished for." I, 29 male, need to get this off my chest because I still can't believe this is my life right now. 3 weeks ago, I was planning my wedding. Today, I'm sitting in my new apartment, scrolling through realtor listings while my ex-fiancé blows up my phone from numbers I haven't blocked yet. Funny how life works. Let me back up. Mia and I had been together for 4 years, engaged for 1. The wedding was supposed to be in 2 months. Everything was paid for, venue, catering, photographer, the whole 9 yards. My savings, gone. But I didn't care because this was supposed to be forever, right? Wrong. It started small. Mia began working late more often. Her phone was suddenly always face down. She'd step out to take calls. Classic signs, I know, but when you trust someone, you rationalize everything. She's stressed about the wedding. Her new project at work is demanding. Whatever helps you sleep at night. The laptop incident happened on a Tuesday. I'd come home early with a migraine. Mia was in the shower and her laptop was open on the coffee table. I wasn't snooping. I literally just wanted to move it so I could lie down. But the screen was bright and there it was. Bumble, the dating app. My chest tightened, but I told myself maybe it was old. Maybe she forgot to delete it. Then I saw the timestamp, active 12 minutes ago. The message thread was with some guy named Derek. Their conversation made me physically sick. She'd sent him photos, not explicit but flirty. Selfies I'd never seen. They'd been talking for weeks. But the message that broke me? "Can't wait to be single again after this wedding payday. Just 2 more months of playing house." Derek had responded, "Get that bag, baby. How much is the idiot spending? $60K all in." And he has no idea I already consulted a divorce lawyer about timelines. 6 months, and I can file. Half of everything he earns during marriage. Washington is a community property state. I stood there, laptop in my hands, feeling like I was watching someone else's life implode. The shower turned off. I had maybe 30 seconds to decide what to do. I took a photo with my phone, then another, then screenshots of her profile, other conversations. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the laptop. I set it back exactly where it was and went to the bedroom, pretending to be asleep. Mia came out humming, kissed my forehead, asked if I wanted dinner. I said I wasn't hungry. She shrugged and went to make herself a salad, laptop under her arm. Like nothing happened, like she hadn't just been planning to rob me blind. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I spent the next 3 days gathering information. Did you know you can download your entire text message history with someone? Every photo, every "I love you," every lie. I backed up everything, created a folder, named it Evidence. I also did something petty, maybe stupid. But I needed to know how deep this went. I texted her from a Google Voice number, pretending to be a wedding vendor confirming details. Asked if both parties were still committed to the date. Her response, "Yes. Can't wait." That's when I knew she'd really go through with it. Marry me while actively planning to leave. Take half of everything I'd worked for since I was 18. Use me as a stepping stone to her next life. On Friday, I did 3 things. Withdrew the maximum daily limit from our joint account. Canceled every wedding vendor that would refund me. Printed out the screenshot. The vendors were surprisingly understanding. The venue refused a refund, but the caterer gave me 70% back. The photographer was cool about it, even said he'd been through something similar. DJ full refund. Flowers partial. All told, I recovered about $22,000 of the $60,000 I'd spent. That evening, Mia went to her sister's for a girls' night. I knew from her messages she was actually meeting Derek. I had 2 hours. I packed everything I could fit in my car. Just the essentials and anything with sentimental value. Then I placed the printed screenshot on her pillow. Right next to the ring box. The ring I'd spent 3 months' salary on, like an idiot who believed in fairy tales. I left a sticky note. "Your profile says you're looking for something real. Hope Derek is it." Then I left. I was at a motel when she called. 23 times in an hour. I finally answered on the 24th. "How dare you go through my things?" That's how she started. Not, "I'm sorry," or "let me explain," just rage that she'd been caught. Your laptop was open, I said. Hard to miss. That was private. You had no right to find out my fiancé is planning to divorce me for money? You're right. I should have stayed ignorant. She switched tactics, started crying. It's not what it looks like. Derek means nothing. I was scared about the wedding. Cold feet. I would never. Can't wait to be single again after this wedding payday, I quoted. Your words. Silence. I already called everyone, I continued. Wedding's off. I'm keeping whatever refunds I can get. You can explain to your family why. You can't just, I'll sue you. That's my money too. Actually, it's not. I have every receipt. Every payment came from my account. Your contribution was picking colors and cake flavors. More silence. Also, I added, Derek seems nice, confident, really appreciates your transparency about financial goals. You messaged him? No. But you did, a lot. I have screenshots of everything, by the way, in case you want to try spinning this as my fault. She hung up. Then the text started. Walls of them. How I'd ruined her life. How everyone would judge her. How she'd been with me when I had nothing. I was making 6 figures when we met, but okay. How I owed her for wasting her prime years. I didn't respond to any of it. Update 1. So I thought the hard part was over. I was wrong. Mia started a campaign, posted on social media that I'd become controlling and abusive when wedding stress hit, that I'd thrown her out with no warning, that I was keeping her belongings hostage. The messages from her friends started immediately. How could you? She loved you. Real men don't act like this. I wanted to post the screenshots so badly. Nuclear option. But my buddy Kevin, a lawyer, told me to hold off. Let her dig the hole deeper, he said. Document everything, so I did. Every post, every lie, every twisted version of events. Meanwhile, I focused on extracting myself from our shared life. Removed her from my car insurance, took her line off my family plan. I'd been paying for it for 3 years. Changed my Netflix password. Petty? Maybe. Necessary? Absolutely. Then came the flying monkeys, her family. Her mom called me crying, said Mia was devastated, that I'd misunderstood everything, that couples work through challenges. I felt bad for her, honestly. She didn't raise Maya to be this way. Ask your daughter about Derek, I said quietly. Ask her about the divorce lawyer she already consulted. Ask her about the wedding payday. Silence. She told me you were emotionally abusive, her mom said finally. That you monitored her phone, controlled her friendships. I found out 3 days ago she was cheating. I have proof. Would you like to see it? Longer silence. No, she said eventually. I'll talk to her. The next day, Mia's tune changed. Now she wanted to talk like adults. Could we meet for coffee? Work this out? She loved me. Derek was a mistake. Wedding jitters, blah blah blah. I agreed to meet. Not because I was wavering, but because I wanted to look her in the eye one last time. See if there was any remorse, any real human emotion. We met at the Starbucks where we'd had our first date. She looked perfect, of course, full makeup. The sundress I'd bought her for her birthday, crying before I even sat down. I'm so sorry, she started. I don't know what I was thinking. Derek, he manipulated me. Made me think things about our relationship that weren't true. Like what? Like that you were boring, that I was settling, that I deserved more excitement. And the money part? The divorce lawyer? She flinched. I wasn't serious about that. It was just fantasy. Like when people joke about winning the lottery. I would never actually. You had an appointment scheduled, I cut in. For 2 weeks after our honeymoon, I saw the email confirmation. Her mask slipped for just a second. This cold calculation flashed across her face before the tears started again. I was confused. You don't understand the pressure I'm under. My friends all married rich guys, investment bankers, tech executives, and I'm with someone who loved you. That's not enough. She snapped, then caught herself. I mean, love doesn't pay bills. I make good money. It's not about that. It's literally exactly about that. You said so. Wedding payday, remember? She changed tactics again. Fine. You want honesty? Yes, I considered my options. Yes, I talked to a lawyer. Because I'm practical. Because I think about the future. But I chose you. I was going through with the wedding. To scam me. To give us a chance. She leaned forward, grabbed my hand. I pulled away. Please, we can go to counseling. We can work on things. The venue is already paid for. The invitations are sent. Think about how this looks. I don't care how it looks. Well, I do. There it was, the real Mia. Do you know how humiliating this is? What am I supposed to tell people? The truth? She laughed. Actually laughed. Nobody tells the truth about why relationships end. You say it didn't work out and move on. You don't air dirty laundry. You don't make scenes. You don't print out screenshots of dating app conversations. That was psychotic. That was evidence. She sat back, studied me. You've changed. You're not the sweet guy I fell for. No, I agreed. That guy's dead. You killed him. We stared at each other. 4 years compressed into this moment. I remembered meeting her at a friend's barbecue, how she'd laughed at my dumb jokes, how she'd fit perfectly under my arm, how I'd thought, this is it. This is my person. So what now? She asked eventually. Now nothing. You move on with Derek or whoever. I rebuild my life. We become a cautionary tale our friends tell at parties. That's it? 4 years and that's it? Yeah. She stood up, grabbed her purse, then paused. For what it's worth, I did love you, in the beginning. When did it stop? She thought about it, really seemed to consider. I don't know. Maybe when I realized love doesn't appreciate like real estate. Then she left. Update 2. I thought that Starbucks meeting would be our last interaction. I underestimated Mia's capacity for chaos. A week later, I got a call from my landlord. Well, former landlord. Mia had shown up at the apartment we'd shared, claiming she'd been illegally evicted. She had a key. She had mail with her name. She demanded to be let in. The landlord, bless him, called me first. Your name's the only one on the lease, he said, but she's making a scene, threatening to call the police. I drove over. Found Mia in the lobby with 2 suitcases and her best friend Jenna recording everything on her phone. For evidence, Jenna sneered when she saw me. What are you doing here? I asked. Moving back into my home, Mia said loudly, playing for the camera. You can't just throw me out. I have rights. You were never on the lease, I said calmly. I've been living here for 2 years. I get mail here. That gives me tenant rights. She shot back. I talked to my lawyer about that, I said, my voice steady. You might have been considered a tenant at will, but when you voluntarily vacated the premises 2 weeks ago, and I have your text saying you were staying with your sister and packing your bags, you legally abandoned the property. You forfeited those rights. This isn't an eviction. This is you dealing with the consequences of leaving. Jenna's camera wobbled. The landlord stepped in. Ma'am, without your name on the lease, I can't grant you access. If you have belongings inside, you'll need to coordinate with the actual tenant. This is discrimination, Mia shouted. I'm calling a lawyer. Great. Here's mine's number. I handed her Kevin's business card. He's already got all the documentation ready, including your dating profiles, your messages. Your divorce lawyer consultation really paints a picture of domestic tranquility. She went pale. Jenna lowered her phone. Your stuff's in storage, I continued. Paid for 1 month. After that, it's your problem. Here's the unit number and key. I'd actually been generous. Carefully packed everything, labeled boxes, even included the engagement ring. She could pawn it for Derek money. But Mia wasn't done. You can't. This is illegal eviction. I'll sue. For what? You don't pay rent. You're not on the lease, you abandoned the premises, you want to make this legal? Let's make it legal. She looked at Jenna, then back at me. I need my laptop, for work. It's in storage. I need it now. Then go to storage. You're being petty. I'm being practical, like you. She started crying again, but differently this time. Frustrated tears, the kind when manipulation isn't working and you're running out of options. Please, she said quietly. Can we just go upstairs and talk, privately? No. 10 minutes. No. I'll sign whatever you want, say whatever you want. Just, please. The landlord shifted uncomfortably. A few neighbors had gathered to watch. Jenna had given up recording and was now texting furiously. There's nothing to sign, I said. We're done. Get your stuff from storage. Move on with your life. Find another wedding payday. That did it. The mask didn't just slip, it shattered. You think you're so much better than me? She got in my face. You're nobody. You're a middle management nobody going nowhere. I gave you the best years of my life, and for what? A shared apartment and a used Camry? Derek has a boat. Then go sail away with Derek. I will. He actually appreciates what he has. He knows how lucky he is. He is married. Silence. Even Jenna looked up from her phone. What? Mia stepped back. Derek Paulson, right? Lives in Bellevue, drives a white BMW, has a boat? She nodded slowly. Also has a wife. Angela. They've been married 6 years, 2 kids. Found his Facebook, very family-oriented, lots of photos from Disney last month. I hadn't meant to look him up, but curiosity got the better of me one night. 5 minutes of searching told me everything. You're lying. I showed her my phone. Derek's profile, the family photos, the anniversary post from 3 months ago. 6 wonderful years with my soulmate, here's to 60 more. Mia grabbed my phone, scrolled frantically. With each swipe, her face crumbled a little more. She found the photos of the boat, Derek and Angela, Derek and the kids, Derek's world's best dad mug. No, she whispered. He said, he told me. He told you what you wanted to hear. Funny how that works. She thrust my phone back at me and ran. Actually ran. Left her suitcases right there in the lobby. Jenna called after her, then glared at me like this was somehow my fault before chasing her friend. The landlord whistled low. That was something. Yeah, you good? Getting there. He clapped my shoulder. Changed the locks yet? First thing I did. Smart man. Update 3, the final update, I hope. It's been 6 weeks since the lobby incident. 6 weeks of silence from Mia. She picked up her stuff from storage, the facility confirmed. Blocked me on everything. Mutual friends say she moved back with her parents temporarily. The wedding date came and went without fanfare. I spent it hiking with Kevin and some buddies. Felt symbolic. Climbing upward while she spiraled down. But this isn't a clean ending. Life doesn't work that way. Last week I ran into Jenna at Whole Foods. Awkward doesn't begin to cover it. She was buying wine. I was buying depression meals for one. We pretended not to see each other until we ended up in the same checkout line. How is she? I asked. Because I'm an idiot who had to know. Jenna let out a sharp, humorless laugh. How do you think? Derek ghosted her after you pulled your little stunt. Her parents are barely speaking to her. She's working retail because she quit her good job to focus on wedding planning. Oh, and everyone knows. Everyone. I didn't tell anyone except one person. Who told one person? Who told everyone? Why are you telling me this? I asked. Jenna snorted. Because after her plan blew up, she came after me. Said it was my fault for giving her bad advice. My fault for not helping her spin a better story to her parents. She actually accused me of being jealous. She shook her head, staring at her bottle of wine like it held all the answers. That's when I got it. You aren't the villain. You were just in her way. She convinced me you were this controlling asshole who monitored her every move. That she deserved better. And you believed her, I stated, not unkindly. She was my best friend. Was, she corrected herself. I don't know what she is now. She practiced, you know. The crying, in the mirror, had different levels for different situations. Tear up for sympathy, full sob for manipulation, hysterics for deflection. I used to be impressed. Now I know that's just what she does when the real person runs out of script. That's disturbing. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, she said, finally looking at me. You're a good guy. Boring, maybe, but good, and we treated you like crap. We parted ways. I haven't seen either of them since. But here's the thing about dodging bullets. You still feel the wind as they pass. I still wake up sometimes expecting her to be there. Still catch myself buying her favorite creamer. Still have phantom vibrations from texts that don't come. Kevin says it's normal, that trauma takes time to process. That I'll eventually stop checking dating apps to see if she's back on them. She is, by the way. New profile, no mention of recent engagements. My mom wants me to start dating again. The best revenge is living well, she says. Maybe she's right. But right now, living okay feels like an achievement. I kept one thing from our relationship. A photo from our second date. We'd gone mini-golfing, and I'd accidentally hit the ball into a water feature. She laughed so hard she cried. Real tears, not practiced ones. That's the Mia I'm mourning. The one who might have existed before she decided love was a transaction. Or maybe that Mia never existed. Maybe I invented her. Maybe we all invent the people we fall in love with, then act surprised when reality doesn't match the fiction. Either way, I'm done with fairy tales. Done with forever. Done with trusting blindly. If someone shows you who they are, through actions, through dating apps, through financial plotting, believe them the first time. To answer the obvious questions, yes, I'm in therapy. No, I don't think all women are gold diggers. Yes, I've been tested. All clear, thankfully. No, I don't regret exposing her. Yes, I sometimes Google Derek's wife to see if she knows. Their Facebook still looks happy. No, I'm not ready to date. Yes, I changed all my passwords. No, I haven't calculated how much this whole thing cost me emotionally. Actually, that's a lie. I calculate it every day. 4 years. Roughly 1,460 days of good morning texts. Maybe 50,000 I love yous. 1 ring, 1 wedding that never happened. 1 future that was apparently never real. But also 1 bullet dodged. 1 lesson learned. 1 life saved from being someone's meal ticket. Worth it? Ask me in another 6 weeks. For now, I'm focusing on the small wins, like sleeping diagonally across the bed, like not having to check my bank balance after every purchase, like knowing that when someone says they love me next time, if there is a next time, I'll know what questions to ask, what red flags to see, what laptops to definitely look at when left open. Because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice? Not happening. That's my story. Take whatever lessons from it you want. Just maybe password protect your dating apps if you're planning to scam someone out of half their assets. Or better yet, don't be a terrible person. Novel concept, I know. Edit, since people keep asking, yes, this is real. No, I'm not sharing the screenshots. Yes, I thought about taking her back for about 0.5 seconds. No, Derek's wife still doesn't know, as far as I can tell. And yes, the ring was a cushion cut with a halo setting. 2.1 carats. If anyone needs a good jeweler who does cash buybacks, message me. Edit 2. To the person who messaged saying they think they matched with Mia on Hinge, run. Run. That's not even a red flag anymore. That's a whole communist parade. Final edit. Therapy update since everyone's concerned. I'm making progress. Learned the term betrayal trauma, and apparently I'm textbook. But my therapist says my approach to evidence gathering showed remarkable emotional regulation under distress. So I've got that going for me, which is nice.